Danielle joins us now. And Danielle, the weather is a bit better this week to fight those wildfires.
When you say a bit better, we have these pockets of showers and non-severe thunderstorms. The lightning doesn't help. The showers helps. The cooler temperatures help. The wind, here and there, it's picking up. So it depends, right? But we are looking at, yes, somewhat better conditions for these next couple of days before we get into another hot, dry stretch. Another thing to mention is the air quality. So in southern Alberta, we're on the low risk part of the scale. But because of those winds that will be out of the north, it may drag in some somewhat smokier conditions and get us to the moderate part of the scale for late Tuesday. And as you can see, and through Wednesday as well. So we're not looking at knocking up to the higher part, but certainly between a 4, maybe even a 5, which is the moderate part. So if you are sensitive to the smokier conditions, something to watch for before you head outside over these next couple of days. 15 degrees, ooh, yes, well below normal. Normal's 19, and we'll still be below normal for tomorrow. Tomorrow should be pretty similar. Cloud cover at times, showers at times with the risk of a thunderstorm, and a little gusty with winds out of the north. More details coming up, Ian.
Far south of the province, around here, some showers and the possibility of some more.
Yeah, a little bit. So unstable for the next couple of days, and then things will dry up and the warm temperatures will return. That's, in store for us later this week. So really nice outdoor weather coming up here soon, in a couple days anyway. And there will still be moments and windows that will be nice to be outdoors. But today, for example, we had on and off showers throughout the city. And to the south of Calgary, there have been thunderstorms. Again, non-severe. We don't have the heat to create anything severe, but certainly something. Okay, 16 degrees at the airport, yes, and downtown. 15 at Winsport, 14 in Brant Creek, and 16 in Strathmore. Get your daily dose of greens at Serenity Golf Club, just 20 minutes east of Calgary. All right, when we look at the entire province and the temperatures, we are below normal, absolutely. For example, Calgary, yes, we're at 16. Our normal daytime high is 19 for this time of year. Plus today, this is coming with a wind, this gusting up to 40 kilometers per hour out of the north and northwest. And that makes things feel a little cooler out there. And that will be the story tomorrow as well. So below normal temperatures tomorrow, and that cool wind out of the north up to 40 kilometers per hour. Okay, looking at the radar, looking at the satellite, these are the pockets of showers that have been pushing through. We've even had thunderstorm activity. Pincher Creek over to Lethbridge area and south of Medicine Hat. We're less likely to see more thunderstorm activity, but that could happen. Some weak thunderstorms are possible for the next couple of hours, but mostly what we're looking at, Calgary and south, we're looking at these isolated showers that are possible right up until 11 o'clock tonight, and then things will stabilize for the short term. So showing you the futurecast here as we head through the evening, keep in mind your timestamp. By 11 o'clock tonight, it's quiet and the winds will calm down as well. For tomorrow morning, small chance of some isolated showers in Calgary and along the Trans-Canada. And then we have a greater chance of getting any sort of isolated showers and non-severe thunderstorm activity later in the day, especially even after 3 o'clock in the afternoon. So it may be a bit of an earlier start than what we usually get, but less severe. And that potential, again, is right up until about 11 o'clock at night on Wednesday night, or on Tuesday night. And then Wednesday, things pretty much quiet down. We'll get some cloudy periods. It may still be a little breezy, and temperatures will slowly start to climb. So looking at your 5-day forecast, there's that instability for tomorrow and those cooler temperatures. So 16, again, winds out of the north and northwest, gusting up to 40 kilometers per hour. So there will be a bit of a bite out there, especially in the morning hours. Then the risk of showers and thunderstorms, especially the thunderstorms after 3 p.m. By Wednesday, getting up to 19, just a small chance of an isolated shower, and then the ridge of high pressure builds in. So Thursday, Friday, Saturday, back into those 20s and a whole lot of sunshine.
We had a little dip to start the week, Danielle, but the heat is coming back.
Yeah, the heat's coming back in a couple of days. There's a bit of a chill in the air. We're below normal for sure, and we will be below normal once again for tomorrow. In fact, tomorrow is more like a carbon copy of today with regards to isolated showers as well. After that, though, yes, we will be back in the 20s as a ridge of high pressure builds in. So 16 degrees right now, that's our daytime high. Our current temperature at the airport, 19 is what's normal for this time of year. So we are below normal. We will be below normal tomorrow as well with a high around 16, 17 degrees. The other key thing is that we've been having these winds out of the north, which is a bit of a chillier wind. That will continue on and off tomorrow as well, with the risk of isolated showers and a late-day thunderstorm. Non-severe is possible. More details on that warming trend coming up, Tara.
Thanks, Danielle. So let's bring Danielle in now. I'm not smelling the smoke in Calgary, but are we going to start getting smoke here?
Yeah, we may get it a little bit. So not intense like they're getting up north. So north of Edmonton, you can see in the darker gray here, this is that air quality statement, and you can see it pushing over into Saskatchewan. This is going to follow that upper level pattern and the jet stream. But because we're going to consistently get winds out of the north, we have been today and we will tomorrow, it will likely drag in a little bit of smoke. So not the intense smoke and not that high level of smoke and that high risk. Right now we're on the low end, so all of southern Alberta is on the low end and low risk part of the scale. But as I advance this, you can see it getting a little greener on this map, and that's showing that we will have some smokier conditions start to trickle in here and there, which may push us to about a 4 or a 5, so on the moderate part of the scale, and that's throughout later in the day tomorrow and through parts of Wednesday at times. So if you are very sensitive to the smokier conditions, you definitely want to keep a watch on that air quality health index before you head out over these next 48 hours. Okay, for the temperatures, yes, we are below normal. Certainly a bite in the air in comparison to the warm weather we had on Saturday. 16 is our current temperature in Calgary, also our daytime high. 19 is what's normal, but it does feel a little cooler because we are getting those chillier winds out of the north, gusting up to 40 kilometers per hour at times. And again, that's going to last through tomorrow as well. Tomorrow, much like today, we have the chance of these isolated showers and non-severe thunderstorms. We've already had the thunderstorms roll through. Still a chance of it in the far south for these next few hours, but overall what we're most likely looking at are these isolated pockets of showers lasting up until about 11 o'clock tonight. Then things stabilize, and then tomorrow that instability back again. In fact, for Calgary, we have a small chance of seeing some isolated showers even in the morning hours, if you check out by your timestamp here, and along the Trans-Canada, and then a greater chance in the afternoon after 3 p.m. Isolated showers, non-severe thunderstorms possible, and then things start to stabilize on Wednesday as a ridge of high pressure starts to build in. Now it starts to build in, so we'll still see some cloud cover on Wednesday. Temperatures won't be hot, but they'll start to climb, and there's just a small chance of seeing any sort of isolated shower. So things will quickly stabilize, especially Wednesday and through Thursday, as you can see, and temperatures will be able to climb because of it. So 16 degrees tomorrow, much like today, and isolated showers and the risk of a late day thunderstorm. For Wednesday, small chance of showers, the sun's starting to peek out a little more, temperatures starting to climb a little bit, but likely still in the teens. And remember, 19 is normal for this time of year. So pretty much right where we should be for Wednesday, but we will surpass that, getting into those mid-20s for Thursday, Friday, and we'll hold on to the 20s for the weekend as well. Tara?
Thanks, Danielle. Yum.
Worth the wait.
I didn't know there was other filled donuts. I thought Krispy Kreme just did the plain iced donut.
They do lots.
Oh, wow.
The normal one is the ultimate. And I'm pretty excited.
They look good. They smell good is the problem.
Yes.
All right. Well, do you ever wonder what it would look like if sports were actually what they were called? Wonder no more. Tom Brady in on this one playing football.
Ew.
Ew.
What?
I don't know whose foot that is. Some rubber foot. Yeah, there you go. Well, ski season isn't over yet, not for the hardcore enthusiasts.
Oh my God.
He seems nervous. This is what spring skiing looks like in beautiful BC right now. These fearless friends are riding this wet run straight into the water at Lions Bay. Just wait for it here, splashing right in. Your skis would be wrecked after this. I mean, it sounds like they're going over rocks, but I guess if it's the end of the season, you're going to wax them up next year anyway.
I mean, I guess helmets necessary. And
helmets necessary, probably elbow and knee pads. Yeah, yes. And maybe new skis next year.
Yes.
Well, this little guy's pretty sporty too. It's just not a sport that you might be expecting. Happened so fast you probably missed it. This is Swifty, the swimming pig. Look, he dives in there. He's just a little pint-sized piglet. He loves the pools. He likes to show off his paddling prowess. His owner takes him to all the local fairs, and he dives in.
How adorable, and he just fully jumps.
Yes.
He's in it.
He's cute. That's cute.
I love that pig.
So
all right, here's your Skywatch weather camera. We had some isolated showers today in Calgary, outside of Calgary, especially to the south. Some non-severe thunderstorms happening earlier. That has quieted down for now, but we still have the potential of isolated showers up until about 11 o'clock tonight for all of southern Alberta. 16 degrees is that current temperature. It's below normal. That cold wind to the north doesn't help it feel any warmer, that's for sure. 19 is what's a normal daytime high for this time of year, and we will surpass that. It's just going to take another day or two to get there. Okay, 16 degrees was the high in Calgary, as you just talked about, 18 for Edmonton, but there are some 20s across the country. However, overall, relatively on the cooler side for most areas. But Saskatoon, Regina, Winnipeg, Toronto, Ottawa, Montreal, St. John's, just barely, for the most part, got into the 20s today. Lethbridge is just sitting at 12 right now. Medicine Hat up through Brooks in those higher teens. Drumheller is sitting at 18 right now, and so is Edmonton. Okay, radar and satellite showing you that thunderstorm activity, non-severe, that we had earlier over these last few hours, but that has since quieted down. So small chance of seeing any thunderstorm activity for the rest of today, but certainly a decent chance of seeing some isolated, short-lived showers. All right, for tomorrow, 23 in Salmon Arm, 24 in Kelowna, 26 in Kamloops, but cooler on our side of the mountains here. And that instability, especially later in the day, with the potential for thunderstorms, Rocky Mountain House down through Jasper and Banff. Olds, Calgary could see that as well, and so could Crozes Pass, Pincher Creek, and Lethbridge. Temperatures will be pretty similar tomorrow compared to today with that cold wind out of the north. But if you want the 20s, that's back for Thursday, and that will be a long stretch of it, as you can see here. Tara?
Thanks, Danielle. So no clouds tonight, is that what we're saying?
Well, so the northern lights will be happening, but we will have cloudy periods at times. But there will be windows.
You gotta time it.
Yeah, you gotta time it. And it will be chilly as well if you're heading out there. So bundle up, and you'll have to wait for it, but worth it if you're interested in seeing it. Okay, for tomorrow, 16 degrees. Really tomorrow, just like today, isolated showers possible throughout the day, especially later in the day. Risk of a thunderstorm later in the day. That cool wind out of the north. But a ridge of high pressure will build in, or start to anyway, on Wednesday. That will get our temperature to normal, and then we'll be in the 20s. That's about a 7-day stretch of daytime highs in the 20s. So if you want the summery weather, it's almost here again. Weather window brought to you by Lux Windows and Doors, crafting quality windows and doors for your style, budget, and Alberta's climate. Monica Schultz sent this in. This was taken yesterday. Look at the rainbow.
It's always elusive to catch. Great shot. Thanks for your company tonight. Have a terrific evening. We'll see you tomorrow.